So I've been spending some time going over the machine and the manual and the machine and the manual back and forth. And I finally understand how to take this stuff apart, which is cool. That's going to be the next video. What I think is really interesting though is that there's no instructions anywhere in the manual for how to remove these guys and the whole feed connecting, or the feed unit. The connecting rods, sure. All these parts, no. It looks to be pretty straightforward. And I have loosened all of the screws and bolts and nuts and things that I can find. So, I'm gonna verify that you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna start taking this part off. And they're all one connected. Anyway. But it doesn't give you any hints for where to start, so I'm gonna start with this thumb screw, because why not? It's interesting, it's only threaded partially. It gets out and then it doesn't want to come out anymore, so I'm just gonna leave that there. But it is not engaging, as you can see. I can now, this part is separate from that part. Oh, don't do that yet. So now I'm gonna take out this screw here. This screw goes there. Keeps it from moving back and forth that way. Looks like now maybe this screw next. I can't actually see what I'm doing without getting in your guys' way. There we go. And that's also a, ooh, aha, okay. So this screw came from there. It is smooth and then threaded. It came out. This is the wheel that this forked thing, this is forked. This rides back and forth. So this is part of the feed assembly. Oops. Those of you who get seasick, I am sorry. Yeah, so that's there. So now we take off these guys. These guys are the nuts. This is this nut. That's a nut. Looks like that's a threaded guy goes into the shaft? Yeah, threaded guy goes into the shaft. I'm not gonna take him out all the way yet. Oh, okay. So he doesn't thread into the shaft. He threads into the body, and then there's like a smooth section for the shaft. Take off this nut over here. That's why I spend all the time getting everything loosened ahead of time, is so that I don't even have. These nuts are finger tight. I don't even have to break out a tool. Now, are you threaded? Yes. again, threaded through the body of the machine, not threaded into the shaft. They end in points. Bullet nose screws. These are actually really cool. I'm going to pull one out and show you. Oh, yep, okay, well, there's that piece with that thing on it. Get one of these cool bullet screws out. I guess I ought to take them both out. I'm going to do a complete scrub down. Damn, they're long. So this part goes through the body, where the threads are. Oh, wow, now you can really see it. And then this part just goes in to these open holes at the end, which are tapered quite nicely to fit. You see that taper? And there's one of those screws on either end over here. I'm gonna take this guy out too. Keep the whole assemblage together. And so presumably, by the way, this is this shaft that I just took off. Came from over there. Presumably, I can just, yeah. Theoretically, this guy pulls out, but I'm not going to force it because I can't tell why it's not. So he can just live together with his mate for a while. And then there's that thing. So it looks like if I just take this bar out, this, I guess it's not a shaft if it's not round, but if I take this bar out the same way, I'll be able to take this forked guy out. That's a nut. This is another nut. I bet this is another one of those neat pointy-ended screw dudes. Yeah, it looks like. Man, I watch those ASMR type restoration videos. I don't know how those dudes do it. Do they have their camera set up like this? Are they working around their camera? Like this? Is that how they do it? I don't know. There's also never any ventilation going in any of their shops. ASMR shops aren't real shops. That was a little mini rant I didn't realize I was going to go on. Yeah. Sorry, I should have turned that back to the camera. These are more of those little pointy screws. More of those little pointy screw holes. And this is the part that connects side to side and makes the feed dog go back and forth. Looks like those are bolts and screws. I wonder if those are teeny tiny little bullet screws like these guys are. I'm sure these bullet screws have a very specific name. Anyway, that's the entirety of the feed assembly. Removed from the machine. Nowhere in the manual did it tell me how to do that. I just figured it out. But you'd think that would be included. Yeah, these are great. These little screws are so cool. Big chunky screws. Not the screws at all. So that was removing the feed assembly.